You control sounds in the score in much the same way that you control sprites. The big difference is whereas you can place sprites in any available channel here in the score, with sound files you can only place them in the two audio tracks or audio channels, and you can't see those audio channels unless you have the Show Hide Effects Channels button here pressed, and that'll open up the score so you can see the two audio channels there together with the transition, palette, and tempo channels. All you do is you simply drag and drop the audio file on the channel that you want, either one or two, and then stretch out the sprite. This will tell Director how long to play that audio file. The key here is that the sound will only play as long as the playhead is in the frames that contain that sound. So in this case, it's going to get to frame 10, start playing the music, and then stop the music here at frame 70. Let's go up to the tempo channel and change the tempo to 10 frames per second, and that'll give us nice round numbers. So it's going to show the VTC logo for 1 second, then play the music for 6 seconds, and then stop after 6 seconds. So let's review this. There the music starts playing. The music is going to stop right there as soon as it hits frame 70. It's looping back again, so it'll play. You can also double-click on the tempo channel, and here in the bottom, wait for cue point option. Notice that it knows that there's a sound or music in sound channel number 1, and you can wait for a cue point, or you can wait for the end of the music to finish playing. So in this case, the playback head will get here to frame 20 and then stay there until the sound file has played through completely. Let's test that now. So notice the music plays after 1 second, and now this time it's staying there, and the playhead will remain in frame 20 until the song has completely finished, and then it will continue down the timeline until it gets more instructions. Now, after a sound begins playing, it plays at its own speed. Director can't control the speed at which the sound plays. If the sound is not set to loop, it stops playing at the end, even if the sprite specifies a longer duration. In other words, if I go up here to my score and I extend this all the way out to, let's say, frame 800, but the song is only long enough to play out to frame 700, it will stop after frame 700. To speed up or slow down a sound, convert it to a sound-only QuickTime movie, and then use the Lingo Movie Rate Sprite property to adjust the speed at which the sound plays back. Now, in addition to the two sound channels that you can see here in the score, Director can use as many as 6 additional virtual sound channels simultaneously. However, the additional channels are accessible only from Lingo or JavaScript syntax or from behaviors. Available RAM and the computer's speed constrain the number of sounds a Director can use effectively. Now, you may find that you want to play a sound repeatedly to create a continuous sound effect, such as perhaps some water flowing in the back that repeats over and over and over again, or a waterfall, or maybe crowd noises. A looped sound repeats as long as the playhead is in a frame where the sound is set. So if you want the short sound, for example, to repeat for a continuous sequence, then you would just stretch your sound sprite all the way out. And even though this is a very short sound, it'll keep playing over and over and over again as long as you set the loop property right here in the property inspector to true, or put a check mark there. Now you can do this either by clicking on the sprite here in the score and setting the loop value, or you can click on the cast member here in the cast window and set its loop to true, like so. Now there are some sound issues that are different in the Windows version of Director. So let me now move on to the next movie and talk in more detail about some specific techniques you'll need to know about for using sound in Windows.